Y'all think I'm asleep? Nah, I'm just disappointed. Okay. Still Nation, what's going on? This your guy Kev Easy here, man. Pittsburgh Steelers take another L at Heinz Field, 24-10 to the Cincinnati Bengals. This game here, man, was more of the same. Our offense lacked chemistry, man. There's an extreme disconnect between Big Ben and the receivers, Big Ben and Najee. And on top of that, our offensive line is not playing well. Just call it how it is, man. They're not playing well. I think with chemistry, things can be fixed, but at some point, when is it time to make a change? Is it time to make a change with Big Ben? Because it seems like, our offensive line, the way they're playing, is not beneficial to the style of play of Ben Roethlisberger today. Now, Big Ben back in 2008, 9, 10, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the offensive line that we have right now, playing the way they're playing, he will make something out of it. He will be able to make something out of it. But at the age he's 39, he can't move like a Lamar. He can't even move like a. Really, if you look at it, man, like he can't even move like Brady in the pocket. So you would have to really protect a guy like Big Ben, so where when he actually holds the ball and wait for the receivers to go deep, because how everyone say, not everyone, excuse me, a lot of Steelers fans, they wouldn't like to say, Big Ben, we don't go deep. Why we don't go deep? I even said this to a degree until I started watching the game film. These dudes really not holding up. Like, there's no chemistry on the offensive line. And when Mike Tomlin says, he don't want to make a change, he's not going to make a change. Unless we sign a guy that's, I'll say, like a real vet. Like, I think it's a guy out there. I forgot his name, though. But unless we sign somebody that's a difference maker, man, especially in a run game, bro, you have to keep the line intact. They're going to only get better being together and making constant switches, especially if there's not really one sure guy. You're asking to fail, man. You're asking to fail. We had a couple guys go down yesterday. Juju went down with a rib. Claypool went down. I think ended up being like cramps. He was able to come back. A couple other guys, man. Guys are dropping, man. That's the nature of football. You can't really. You can feel sad about it, but that's a part of the game. You're gonna get hurt. But in this game, man, it was just missed opportunities, no chemistry. Asking Ben to do something that you should never ask a quarterback at his age and to do. Like, geez, guys, like, geez. But seriously, man, like Big Ben threw for 58 times yesterday. 58 times yesterday, man. That's unacceptable. To throw 58 times means we had the ball for a while. We had the ball a lot. And we couldn't put points up. I saw when we went for a field goal at the end of the game, towards the end, and Still Nation they wasn't too kindly of it. They was like, could have went for it. But be honest, that wasn't a bad decision. Going for it late was not not going for it late, but kicking that field goal late in the game, try to go, imagine if we would have went for it. Based on the day we had, trying to go for it. Yeah, we had rhythm, but once we get into the red zone, we're really not that good. We're really not that good. It seems like once, unfortunately, when certain guys started to get hurt and the amount of weapons started to basically be limited to Big Ben, Ben started to be more sure of where he was going with the ball. He was able to have those type of rhythm plays. And for the people out there saying, how come we can't just run no huddle all game? Bro, that only worked. Like, Chip Kelly did something like that. That lasted for a little bit. But your team, like, our offense can't even stay healthy now. Our defense can't stay healthy now. So trying to play a fast pace of football like that, at this point, it's not even beneficial. I don't believe it's beneficial at all. But, Pat Freiermuth did get his first touchdown yesterday. But yesterday, it was more so like Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase, man. I saw on one Jamar Chase touchdown, I believe it was the 34-yard pass from Joe Burrow. He beat James Pierre on that play. And it was like, at first, I was like, dang, who got killed like that? But once they showed the replay, you have to give credit to Jamar Chase, man. He just hit another gear. He was able to separate himself from James Pierre, man. Like, that was a good play by him. But, yo, bro, my panic meter, funny because my panic meter was high last week, right? But this week, even though we lost, my panic meter went down. Because I'm more accepting of the fact that our offense is just not good. And our only chance of actually making it, a good offense on a weekly basis, they have to build chemistry, man. They have to know how each other's thinking. They need to know what's going on. Like, miscommunications between Ben and the receivers has to stop. Miscommunication between Najee and Ben has to stop when it comes to passing plays. When Ben wants to extend the play, like everyone wants, and watching him try to do that yesterday, it's best that he not do that. Maybe as many times as he tried to yesterday. But I'm not seeing the receivers follow him. Like, I actually see Najee go the other way when Ben was rolling one way, or escape the pocket and go one way. Najee went the other way. It's like, well, that was kind of weird. And it just made me think of the times where we had Antonio Brown and even Eli Rogers. Those two guys were real good at following Ben when he rolled out the pocket, try to make something happen, to find Ben. They made it like their duty. You would think that they wanted the plays to break down so they can start doing their thing, especially AB. I'm not seeing that from our guys, man. Juju has that, but when Juju went out, no, it was a major blow, because think about it, our lone touchdown, Juju started that. He started that drive out. He had a couple good couple good catches, key catches and all that, and when he went down, it was just, all right, that went away. But, man, how y'all feel about this game? I really don't want to get too much into it. Like, I can sit here, it's like beating a dead horse, man. Our offensive line still isn't good. Najee stepped up. Najee had a pretty good game, but it's like the way he had it, how many hits he took. The funny part about it is on a lot of those carries and whatnot and plays, he stayed on his feet. Momentum was probably stopped, but he stayed on his feet. But he was still getting hit, man. A lot of hits, especially if we're going to be losing these games, because those hits going to hurt a little bit worse, especially today, this morning. As young as he is, I know he feels that today. Ray with McLeod had to come in. He was able to make a catch. Shout out to Cody White, man. Cody White was, we resigned him from the practice squad, and he was able to come in and make some plays. Cody White wow, a lot of people, I'm gonna get up out of there after this, but a lot of people was high on, Rico Bussey and all that. But when I was watching the preseason games, I was like, yo, Cody White, I like how Cody White catches the ball, man. Like, he can really catch. Like, he has hands. So when he was able to come in and make a couple plays, that was good to see, man. But, dude, we have to do better, man. We have the Green Bay Packers coming up. They just won against the 49ers. I actually predicted us losing this game against the Packers. Based off the way the season is going, I kind of see that happening. But watching the Packers play, Aaron Rodgers hasn't been his best. He was able to make a play or two last night, but overall this year is more so like he don't really want to be a Green Bay Packer, man. So we had our chance to beat up on little brother this week. We failed that mission, man. Guys got to go back to the drawing board. Some guys got to start looking at themselves, humbling themselves, and need to build that chemistry, man. This is 4th game, almost at a quarter of the season, man. Let's get it together, man. We got the Packers next. It's your man, Kev Easy. This is the morning after. This is not a podcast this time. This is just a blog. You see, it's the morning after. I'm stressed from this, man. I'm not even yelling. Man. I can't even yell. Man, we got to win. But make sure you guys follow the Instagram page, Stills for 7 Podcast. Make sure you guys, if you listen to podcasts, whatever platform you listen to, make sure you subscribe to the Stills for 7 Podcast, man. Do that, man. Shout out to the Venture Season Network. Gang.